Okay, that should be live now. Excellent. Okay, so let's see where we picked up. Let's hit a. Okay, well, let me do a chapter marker. Oh, I have to hit start recording. Okay, there we go. Recording started. Okay, so did not complete the 3 hour game jam in 3 hours. But the nice thing about the Trijam GameJam is they still encourage you to finish up and submit it when you're done. Even if it takes more than 3 hours, if it takes more than 3 hours, you're not eligible for first place. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to go through. We're going to finish this up. I'm still not going to do the additional stuff that I have listed down below, but I'm going to try to get this finished up. Hopefully, we will complete this game and get it submitted here. I'm hoping in under an hour. So let's go ahead and start the clock, so then we can see exactly how much time it's going to happen. So I'm going to turn off my face, hit start the clock, and off we go. So let's see. Hellfire Imp, where we leave off with him. Where are we? So let's see here. Fireball. Let's get weaker and smaller when paused. So I managed to come up with some code here. Let's go ahead and copy this over. Let's see here. Whoops, that is not the program I wanted. Godot. Here we go. Fireball. Here we go. Process. I'll add this in here. Oh, that's right, because I did this via Hurtbox. Where are we? Fireball. Here we go. So we want to get the Hurtbox in here. Boom. So where I have damage here, we want to do Hurtbox dot damage. So we have it here, so it scale X is less than minimum size. Don't think I need that here. Oh, I do need this because this is going to shrink. Why is this not Fireball? What is this? This is an area 2D. So it doesn't have scale X. Oh, I think we need transform in front of it. Area 2D. We have the node 2D. Why is this not working? Oh, minimum size is not declared. There. Let's make it a float equals. Let's do. It's gonna start at 1. We're gonna make it smaller, so let's make it like 0.1. That sounds good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and test this when the imp throws the fireball at us, and if we pause it, it should shrink in size. Oop, I gotta bring this back over here. Okay, let's get a little distance here. And it is, oh, yeah, of course it's not shrinking. Go ahead and we'll close this. Let's make sure we get this game running here in the not floating. Okay. So let's go back to shrink, fireball, process, always. There we go. If get trees paused, and this needs to be else because we don't want actually this, we can keep that over here. Okay, so if it's paused, we do all the manipulation to make it smaller, else we will make it move and shrink it. Let's make the imp his speed. Where's his speed? Imp speed. Let's make him 0 just for testing so he doesn't move. Okay, throws fireball. And it slowly shrinks. And then if it hits us, we take 1 whole point of damage. Boom. I don't think that is... I think that's going to be too small. We're going to have to make it less. Okay. So let's make it our minimum size. I think, did I put that on the fireball? Export. Minimum size. Let's put it down to 0.25. Let's do that. Let's make this just a hair bit bigger. Okay. Gets down to this. Then we take, boom, we take damage. Bam. Okay. Bam. Here goes our health. Take a good chunk away. But if we freeze this, then we should only see a little tiny bit come away. Yep. Okay. Good. So that works. Okay. So let's see. Let's go back over here. Check off our list. Gets weaker. I'm going to come back to that one. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Okay, so we get the Hellfire Imp, low physical damage, medium speed, throws fireballs, medium hit points. How about we, let's go over here. Oops, keep doing that. Let's close that out so I don't keep going to the Discord instead of Godot. Okay, so let's see. Imp. Go back here. We'll set his. Let's set his speed to 100, so he's the same speed as the player. We'll call that medium speed. And then let's see. Here's our direction. Ooh. Did not mean to hold down that key. Okay, there we go. Back, wait. Yeah, there we go. Back to where we were. Okay. So here's our direction. We get the direction to player. How about if we also want to check the distance. So let's do var distance to player equals get distance to, what is that again? God, I'm trying to remember now. Get distance. Yes, distance between points. It's just plain distance to, not get distance to. Okay, that's why. Equals distance to, and then we want to do player global position. So we have the distance to. It's not found in this self. So how about, we have to do, how about global position dot. There we go. Okay. And then we do if distance to player is greater than greater than 50, we'll make him do this. Else his velocity equals direction times speed, but if we do it negative, he'll go the exact opposite way, and I need to put capital speed on this one. So if he gets close to the player, he should then move away. So let's see. Let's see if that happens. Yeah, he gets stuck. Oh, well, let's do this instead. If it's greater than 50, and then let's do an else if it's greater than less than, we'll say less than 25. So if the player's getting close, then we'll do this. We'll put this. Else velocity will be, he'll just stand still. Vector 2.0. There we go. So now he should get up to about 50 away, stand still. And then if I move closer, he'll move away. Okay, so let's do a little bit. Okay, so the math works out. Let's stop him 100. We'll set this to 50. Let's see how this works out. Okay, we got that. Okay, so let's go over here. Oops, that's not the one. This one. So Hellfire Imp, style range. I don't think we need the hurt box because he's not going to be touching. So I think the Hellfire Imp is done. Okay. The fireball, and we'll leave that alone. Abyss Guardian, yeah, let's do that next. That's going to be our big eyeball guy. Okay, so we'll do that. So we got the Hellfire Imp. Let's do let's throw a fireball. Okay, so what we'll do is here we'll do scene, save scene as Hellfire Imp. What did I call the other one? Abyssal. I forgot the name already. I had it for Abyssal Guardian. Abyss Guardian. So we'll call it Abyss Guardian. Save. Abyss Guardian. Okay. Save that. We're going to keep this. The Abyss Guardian, on the other hand, he's going to be a lot slower. We'll make him 50, but we'll give him like 500 hit points. Okay. He is going to have, let's get the hitbox, animation player is fine. We got to change the sprite out. And then he's the floating eye. Boom. Okay. And so then, go back to 2D. Let's reset default. We'll just boom, 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 bob along. Okay. I think what we're going to do though is we're going to scale up. I kind of want to, because he's going to be a brute. Let's make him bigger. Let's make him like 2.0. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's give his collision shape just, let's move it down just a little bit here. Kind of say he exists right here. That's fine. Let's give him his hurt box. Let's change the size of the hit box here. Collision shape. Let's make it You know what? Let's change it to a circle. He's an eyeball. There we go. Circle, we'll make it just a hair bit bigger. Put it right there. There we go. His progress bar, his hit point bar. Let's move it. Down below. And then let's expand it. I think we're going to go back and expand the other one too. What did we... where's our transform? 38. Let's make it 40 pixels there. Okay. Let's go back and let's do... yeah. 40 pixels. Okay. He is not going to have a throw fireball. So we'll just delete the throw fireball. Okay. And then what we're going to add in here is if throw fireball, because we're just reusing the what's it called? The enemy script here. So it's technically the Hellfire Imp script, but it's going to be the same thing. We got speed. We've already overridden his speed. You know what? I'm going to undo this. Now, we'll leave the enemy script like this. And then what we'll do is we're going to copy... We're going to copy this part right here. Because the rest of this is fine. So then we're going to detach the script here. And then we're going to attach a new one. And we're going to make one specifically for him. Create. And we'll call it class name. And what's the Abyss? ABYS. Abyss Guardian. And he's going to extend enemy. Okay. So then he'll have all that same stuff. I can get rid of all this. Boom. We'll put this in here because that's going to override. He's going to head towards the player. We don't care about the distance to the player because he's just going to constantly head towards the player. Well, think about this though, because when he gets close to the player, you know, if he gets close to the player, he's just going to like kill the player. So let's just do this. Okay, he's just going to head straight to the player. We are going to add a hurt box to him. Collision shape. That reminds me. This collision shape, I think that's the hitbox. So if I just do that and throw that under here, just delete that. Hurtbox, hitbox. Hitbox, I'm going to change. I just want to change the color of that. Yeah, I don't care. We'll just turn off hitbox for now. Okay. So here we go. Here we have his speed, his hurtbox. Let's make him really hurt. So like when he touches the player, 75 damage. This keyboard is way too sensitive. There we go, 75 damage. Okay, so now let's go back. Let's save this. We'll go back to the game. We'll take out our Hellfire Imp for now. And we're going to add in our... Oh, have we saved it? Yeah, we have. Abyss Guardian. Oops. He's in the wrong folder. So let's move him into the right folder. Abyss Guardian. There we go. I'll just put him right here. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Abyss Guardian. Okay, so let's go back over to him. Process. He is pausable. He is on. He can float over that stuff. So I don't care about that. Maybe layer 1. Yeah, we'll see. Layer 1. Hitbox. Hurtbox. Here we go. This needs to be on player. So it's monitoring. It's not monitorable. And it needs to be player, which is this. Its hitbox is on 4. Hurtbox. Okay. So that's doing that. Okay, let's try this again. He's gonna come up. He's gonna wham! Ow! Maybe he should make a boom too when he does that. That'd be actually kind of cool. Let's make sure I can hit him now. Okay, so why did that thing not appear on him? Why did the boom not appear on him? Here, without pausing, let's just try to shoot him. See if it works. Okay, that is working. So we can shoot him. Okay. What was on 4? Oh, you know what? I think I need to put. I have to put him on 4 too. No, I don't think I do. Where's my Hellfire Guardian? Let's see. Hellfire Imp. He's on 1 and 2. Abyss Guardian. Yeah, screw it. We'll put him on 1 and 2 as well. For now. Let's just see. Hitbox is on 4. Hurtbox is on 3. Hitbox is on 4, but I have it on both. Maybe I should do that on both. I got it on both. What is the difference? You know what? I think I need to put boom always on top. Let's try that. I think we just have a layering problem. Nope. Not a layering problem. What is happening? So if I go back here, game, we throw back in an imp. Okay. That's generating at the wrong place. Okay. So. No, not boom. It would be under the bullet. Target boom equals that. A is the area entered. Boom target is A. So let's go back to boom. Why is that appearing on me now? What did I do? What did I change? I don't get what changed here. This was working. Now it's not. Yeah, why is the position appearing on me? Okay, let's go back to bullet. Bullet, 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 bullet. Area entered. Create the boom. Create the boom. This is the target. A is add child. Fireball. I know. I bet you I know. Bullet. Scene. Oh, it's got bullet attached to it. Ready. Create the boom. Create boom. This has a hurt box, so it's doing that. Bullet, though. Why is it doing this? There we go. Okay. Okay, we got that done. Okay. So that's done there. Yeah, okay. Okay. Fine, reload from disk, whatever. I don't care. Okay, so go back over here. Let's take a look here. We built it. He's animated. He moves. He's got a hitbox. He's got a hurt box. Okay, so we've got that enemy done. Let's do the monster spawner. Is there something else I wanted to do first? Oh, yeah. Let's finish up the pause power. We're doing all this stuff, but we're not doing anything with the pause. What is going on? Ignore. There's nothing changed about bullet. It's saved. Bullet, here we go, 24, create boom. A dot call, A dot called, call, deferred. Add child, comma, boom. Okay. So that will fix that. Yeah, the Abyss Guardian doesn't have it. Yeah, we'll just ignore that for right now. Distance to players declared but never used. Yeah, I'll just comment that on out for now. We're not using the delta on this. Not using the delta on this, right? Nope. Okay. Floats converted to int, loses precision. That's fine. Don't care about that. Okay. Yeah, so back to what we're doing. Where's our game script? Game manager, input. Action is paused. Okay, so then here we need pause power minus equals 1. That's a good question. I think that sounds about like what I want to use, but I'm trying to remember now. Pause power minus equals 1. Okay, I'm going to have to just reload this stupid thing afterwards because that is very annoying that it's doing that. Minus equals, oh yeah, delta times 10. Ignore, jeez. Delta times 10. Okay. So we want to do it this. Oh, we don't want to do it here. We want to do this in a function process. Let's do physics process. Boom. If get tree paused, pause power minus equals delta times 10. Okay. If it's not paused, we want to do pause power plus equals, but we want to make it slower to recharge. So let's do delta times 5. Okay. And then let's make sure that if pause power is greater than or equal to 100, pause power equals 100. So we never let it go over. Oh, what is the Godot? There's a constraint. God, what the heck is that called? Yeah, we'll just do this for now. But and then last but not least, we need to do if pause power is less than or equal to 0, then we need to get tree dot paused equals false. So if you run out of pause power, unpause the game. Okay. Yeah, there's a God. Now I can't remember the command for that, but there is a term to rope that in. And then that should be that. Now we should see our pause power go down when we pause the game. And that is not going down. That's just going forever. Well, we ran out of pause power, but the menu did not update. Okay. So let's go back over here to our player. Pause bar, boom. That's supposed to update. Process. Oh, because this needs to... Okay, so let's set our canvas layer or our camera. Let's put our camera into always. There we go. Because it's paused, it was not updating the power bars. There we go. Now we can see the pause going down. The fireball shrinking. Boom, boom, boom. We'll probably make him shoot faster, but there we go. Okay. Okay, so that's working. Why is the Abyss Guardian, though, not... I gave him 500 HP, but I guess not. Oh, that's right, because I detached his script. And I also want to make him slower. Make him 50. Okay. So now we shoot him. Boom. He's going to chase us around. I'm going to pause that. Did that not take his new HP? He's dead. Well, that was a weird bug. Wonder how that happened. Okay. But now we're double applying. How do we... I don't want to double apply it. So let's see here. How can we do this? Because it looks like we applied it quite a bit. Boom, if paused, scale it all up, process. Pause is true. Else, if it's not paused, if pause, damage the enemy. Okay, so we don't need to send the area to this. We can just say damage enemy, like that. Okay, because we already have the target for the boom. Tell it to damage it. The animation finished. It will animate. Wait, we didn't cue free in the animation. Oh, hey, get my fingers off the keyboard. Big boom. We didn't call anything here. Big boom here. We didn't call anything. How about regular boom? Regular boom. Okay, let's. That's what we're doing. Let's get rid of this track. There we go. Let's try that. This should stop us from double applying damage. Should only apply once. Double applied again. Why did it double apply? Why did we double the damage? We've only got... Oh, because we need to queue free it. That'd be why. Okay. Yep, only happening once now. Okay. Okay. So we got that. I think because we have the time, I'm going to move these bars. I'm going to keep, let's see, player. I think I'm just going to, if I just take the health bar and the pause bar, if I just stick them under the player, like that, let's see what happens. I will go and adjust the size after, but I want to make sure they stick with the player. Oops, Control Z. Okay, well, we'll just do this then. I was trying to be smart, but I wasn't. Oh, nope. What are we doing? What are we doing? just want the player. There we go. Okay, let's move them around and make them smaller. Health bar, pause bar. Select them both. We'll move them. Underneath the player. And then let's resize them. Wow. I don't know how that... How's that happening? The bullet's not queue freeing. They create the boom, then they queue free. But why, if these ones aren't, they shouldn't be creating, why are we not queuing free? Oh, I know why. Okay, because I'm not doing the animation timeout. Right? In the boom. Animation finish, connect, damage enemy. Let me think about this. If pause, big boom is visible, yes. Label's visible. We play the big boom. We check the scale. We increase the scale. We do multiplier to the damage. We have the label. So if paused, and then if it's not paused, else if it. Because I put the, probably, you know what, it's because up here, let's move this down. Else if paused, and then down here we want to do the damage enemy. Okay. And then else if it's not, we want to do big boom dot visible equals false, and animation player dot play boom. Okay. And then take damage, queue free. Okay. So if get tree to paused, You know what? Let's just take this right out. Let's put it in the physics process entirely. So if it's paused equals true. So we don't need this anymore. Paused equals true. Big boom visible. Yada yada yada. The multiplier. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna put the multiplier in. It's gonna scale up the damage a little too fast. Let's see, what else do we got here? We've got excuse me. Okay, let's try this. Give this a shot. This should hopefully stop our multiple explosions. What is causing that? Oh, I know what's causing that. Okay, got it. I'm just an idiot. Boom, animation player. Regular boom. It's on repeat. Oh, it's on autoplay. Don't want it on autoplay. Just want to play through once. Done. Okay. This should fix that. No. So it's playing. So we create the boom. Comes in. We connect to the animation finished. Well, let's just make it play boom to start with. Then, if it's paused equals true. Oh, you know what? I think we may have to put this in the beginning just to be safe. Let's reset that variable. Paused equals false in the ready. So as soon as it starts, it's false. Get tree is paused. We set the paused variable to true to say that this has been paused, so the boom has happened. We make the boom visible, the label show. We play the big boom animation. We do this. If it's not paused, and if it has ever been paused, then we damage the enemy. If it has not been paused, we keep hiding the big visible, and we play boom. I don't think we need that. I think that might be messing it up. Oh, I know what's happening. If target, if there is a target, target will take damage. If not, we just queue free it. Because if I go back over here to the debugger, I bet you we have damage enemy. Damage enemy called with 1. Sure, we'll just put target in here. And then we'll just put target or A in here. Does that seem right? It seems odd to me. Anyway, let's try it. Okay, so it's playing the regular one. It's only playing one. It's only playing one time through. Those are both overlapping. Okay, that works. What's our bug? Abyss Guardian cannot find. Yeah. That's fine. Whatever. Don't care about that. Okay. Okay, so let's go back over here. Let's look at our checklist. Boom. Fire. I don't care about that. Game manager. We haven't done any of that stuff. Just curious, how much longer have I been on this? Oh, almost another hour. Okay, let's do our monster spawner. This should not take a whole lot of time. Jump back over here. Let's go back to the player. Here we go. Let's go to the camera, 2D. Let's add a child node. Let's go to the path, 2D. Then we need to add child is a path follow. Okay, so the path, we'll add some points. We'll put them just off camera here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. There we go. Okay, so we got the path, the follow. The other notes I have on this, because this was from my GD quest. Let's see here. Choose from the list. Pass follow. Add the child. Okay. So let's just copy through all this. Copy. Okay. Let's go back over to this. Path 2D. What was that code on? That was just on the spawn. Okay, so we'll just create an object called monster spawner. I think I did it here. Add child node, node 2D. Call it monster, MONSTR, monster spawner. Oops, we'll attach a script. Put it in there, monster spawner, create. Extends node 2D. Okay. This is going to be a function called spawn monster. MONSTR. That var is new mod. I'm just going to call it monster. Don't care about this. We're always going to have two nums. Choose it. If random monster MON. Monster equals preload. So one will be the where is he? Hellfire Imp. Else the monster will be the Abyss Guardian. Okay. We don't need that because that's path follow 2D. Path follow 2D. Access as a unique name. New slime.global. This will be monster.global position equals path follow 2D global position. Add child monster. Okay. But this we want to do. Put in player here. And then we'll do player.get, oops, player.get parent. And we'll do add, we'll do call deferred. And then we will do a add child. And then we'll add the monster to it. Okay. So that should randomly spawn a monster, whatever spawn monster is called. Okay. And then we need to do we need something that's going to trigger that spawn monster. So we need a timer spawn, and then we're going to call spawn monster. Okay. So let's do a timer, and this is going to be called spawn monster. Spawn monster. Okay. Once a second, we'll call this auto start. Attach a child load, not a child load. Attach a script. Okay. Timeout dot connect. Oh, I need to bring in the you know what? I'm going to take all of this, cut it. I'm going to just delete this. Because I got this. And if I go to this, unready is player. Okay, that should randomly spawn a monster every 1 second if this is done right. So let's go back over here to the game. Let's take out the Abyss Guardian. Let's take out the Hellfire Imp. Okay. Right now it's just me. That's it. Play. So let's go to the game manager, and in the game manager, whoops, player, game manager script, let's get player. Okay. So then if I go back into the imp, we can do game manager dot player dot golden position. class name player, P-L-A-Y-E-R, player. Okay, we define the class name player. Let's go back into the game manager script. Instead of onReady, I'll do var player, shift colon, player. Okay, and then onReady, we're going to do player equals player. Yeah. No, equals oh. I'm going to need to instantiate it. Remember how to do this now. Okay. Let's see. Come on. Any day now. Thank you. So let's see. Not have game manager, game over, player manager maybe. Player, preload the scene, onReady, add player instance. Okay, so let's borrow this code. Okay. Let's go back over here, add player, onReady, add player instance, add player instance, player, and then up here I need a constant. Actually, you know what? I can just delete this because now I can just go down here to player and do that. Constant player. Player instantiate, add child player. Okay. Then I need to reparent it when the game level loads. So level manager. I think it's in level. Let me try. Close this. Level. Player manager set as parent. Okay, I'll copy that over. We'll do set as parent. Okay, so we got that. Instantiate that. Level. Don't need any of that. You know what, let's copy this over. Useful scripts to have. Game, attach script, boom. We'll call it level. Let's make sure we put it in the right folder. Create. Don't need dungeon camera, don't need the scene. Ready, don't care about that, don't care about that. That's fine. player manager. This will be game manager. Set as parent. Don't care about that. We don't have an audio manager. We don't care. Don't care about the scene. Don't care about any of that. Okay, so that's fine. Don't care about that. Free level. Don't care about that. Okay. There was also one other thing I wanted to do. Let's go back over to Zelda. Camera. Yeah, you know what? I don't care enough about that. Okay. So this should then set as parent. That should spawn him dead center. So right now I probably am going to get 2 players. Let's see. Let's go back here to game. Okay, now I gotta change this to game manager.player. Save that, reload. Okay. What the hell happened there? And I died. Okay. Okay, so I need to go back here. I need to go back to player. Health bar and pause bar. These ones need process to be always. Okay. So save that. Okay, let's go back to game. Game manager, process, physics process, delta, pause power. If it's not paused, score plus equals delta. Okay. And then here, clock, attach script, built in, create, process is text equals string value of game manager.score. Okay. Okay. Back over here to Zelda. I have a time. Is it game manager? It's in one of the managers. Time played. Time played plus equals delta. It's in the HUD. Where's the HUD? Player HUD. Timer. That is not the timer I'm looking for. Game over. Give me the HUD. Open the HUD. Label. Clock. Here we go. So that's the time. Okay, so then this is... Okay. Just do time equals game manager dot score. Okay, how do I convert? Get time dictionary from system. You know what, let's just do this. So if I do this, var time, and then var current time, it's right here. Variable, start time. Oh, start time. Start time equals this. Current time equals this. Time equals start time minus current time minus start time. There we go. You know what? Go back to right where I was. Percent 2D seconds. And then we do a percent. And then we do time. Or percent. And then it's game manager dot score. Okay. That works, that works, that works. Okay, so let's go back over here. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. Check our list. Monster spawner. Do we have a checklist on this? I don't have a checklist. It's done. It works. I have to tweak the time. Game manager. We got the score. We have not done that yet. We'll get back to that. Game over. Fireball. We're just gonna delete that entirely. We don't need that. So fireball's done. Okay, let's just finish up these. Let's get these 3 things and then we'll be done. So game manager. We got let's do the game over screen. Okay. That's Zelda. Don't need that one. This one. Okay. So I don't need that anymore. Clock. We can close that out. You know, we could just do player. No, let's go back to game. Where's my game manager? Here we go. Game manager player. Let's go back to the player. Actually, let's do a signal on the player. Signal died. HP taking damage. If HP is less than or equal to 0, died emit. Okay. Oops, died dot emit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we got that. Let's go to game manager. Ready. Add player instance. Process mode always. Player dot died dot connect. We'll call it game over. Function game over. So right now what we will do is we will jump back over here to no, here we go. Function reload level. We'll get tree. We'll just reload the level. Okay. Get tree, reload currency. Okay, so now if I die, it should just reload. Oh, before I get too far, let's go back into level. Let's turn off the Y sort. I don't need that. Okay, so then if I die, ooh. Shoot. I might need to do... have to free the game and then reload it. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can just do game manager. Die to met, game manager, game over, get tree, reload current scene. Wonder if I can do player.get parent, reload current scene. Wonder if I can do that. Okay, so I got another idea. We'll just fix this bug with these guys. So let's see, let's die. Okay. Cannot call get parent previously feed set as parent. Oh, okay. Let's go over here. Where's my level? Do they have... No, that's not it. Free level. Let's copy that. Go back over here. Oops. Let's go back into our level. This is game manager. Game manager, unparent player. Let's make sure that's actually in here. I do not have it, so let's go over to player manager, unparent player. Okay. Set as parent. Unparent player. Okay. Copy. Game manager. Okay, so on the died, game over. We need to unparent the player. And we need to send the player, right? Player. P-L-A-Y-E-R, right? So if we unparent the player, we send in the player. Remove child player. Oh no, we need to send in, where do we call this again? Unparent player. Oh, dungeon room, free level. Okay, so the free level calls it. Okay, so where do we call free level? Control Shift F. Let's find these. And the level manager. So level. Game manager, game over. Okay. Okay. Level manager. Load new level. And this has signals level load started and level loaded. Okay. Okay, load new level. Send the level path, target, transition, don't care. Position offset, don't care. In this case, we're just going to call it reload level. Okay, we don't need any of this stuff because we're only going to get level load started emit. Okay, so we want to put that at the top. Level load started, and then signal level loaded. Okay. Okay. Reload level. Started, await, get tree, change scene to file. In this case, this is where I want the, where was that reload? This one. Don't need that. Level loaded emit. Okay, so up here we'll just call it reload level. So it's free. We'll call free level. Don't I have free level? Yeah. Ah, son of a bitch. What am I doing? What am I doing? Free levels on the level. So on the level ready, which is this, level ready, we want to do set as parent. And then we want to do these. Game manager level loaded connect. That's going to level ready. I don't need that. Okay. So that's level manager. So on game over, call reload level. What happened? Reload level. Parameter current scene is null. Change scene to file. But when I do this, when I reload the current scene, it's not reloading properly. Where the current scene is null. Level. Okay, how about we just create a new game over screen and we'll just go from there. Scene, new scene, 2D scene. And change that. We'll just call it canvas. Canvas layer, boom. Game over. Add child node, control. Okay. Go to 2D. Let's make it the entire screen. Add child node, texture rec. Make that the entire screen. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Boom. Texture, no. That's it. Theme. The heck is it? Texture. Ah, here we go. Texture. And we'll just do a gradient texture 2D. Okay, we'll do that, and we'll add hbox container. We'll make that the entire width, or we'll make it dead center. And then we'll add a VBox underneath it. And underneath that, we'll add a label. And that label will simply say game over. Okay. And then we will add another hbox. And in there, we'll add a label. Label. Survived for that. Then we'll add one more label. Another label. Create. For 45 seconds. Button, restart. Okay. Okay. So then we'll save this. We'll call this game over screen. Save. Okay. So then if I go back into my scripts, game over, instead of reload level, let's just go to get tree, change scene to file, game over screen. There we go. Okay, so we got that. And then on the game over screen, we'll just change it back to the regular. Okay, so we don't need this reload level. Get rid of all that shit. Level over here. Don't think we're gonna need that, but we'll just save that there. Okay. That. Let's go back over to the game over screen. Let's do a script. Not built in. I'll put in the scripts. Game over screen, that's fine. Create. Okay. I'm just gonna rename this to score. And then the button can copy button dot connect or dot pressed connect restart game. Okay. Function restart underscore game get tree change scene to file. We'll fix the score here in a second. Cannot call. Okay, so on game over, We want to do game manager dot on parent player. Okay, let's try that again. So I didn't delete it because I kind of figured I would need to. Boom, restart. Cannot call method get parent on a previously freed instance. But we're unparenting the player. P, remove child player. Game. So confused. Free level. Oh, I guess when I call unparent player, I guess send the scene. Okay, so on the game over. Game over, unparent player. Nope, because I have an extra thing there. Oh, game over. Let's just call it. Let's call scene. Scene. Okay, so when I call game over, player died. Okay, so let's go back to the player. Player died. Emit get parent. Okay, this should tell it what my parent is, and then I can unparent it. Okay. Yay. Okay. Now I just have to reset the player. Okay. Okay. Almost done. So let's connect in the score here. And then score is score dot text equals game manager dot score. Oh, actually, you know what? Where is clock? Control C. Okay. Make sure this works. Just survive for 5 seconds. Okay, now I just have to write the restart script, add the music, and we should be good. Music. Assets. Oh, where did I put it? Sound. Sounds. Which one do I want to use? Hades? It's a mini. Let's hear what this sounds like. Yeah, if we ever want to play. Nah, that's a little too much. Nope. I think I'm just going to use Hades. Ooh, on fire might be good too. Mm. Yeah, let's use Hades. Let's throw that in there. Assets. Drop Hades in there. Let's make sure we set this to loopable. That's fine. BPM. Okay. And then we also need a child node. Audio stream player. Music dot usc dot. Oops, that's not what I want. Source, what's it called? Resource? You know what? We only need to do all this. Boom, boom, boom. We'll just go over here. We'll load this right into here. We'll drop its volume just slightly. Autoplay it. That should be fine. Okay. Okay, stop. This process is always I'm going to add a quick script. I'll just do a built-in process if get tree paused. Yay. Paused. What is this called? Volume dB minus equals 10. Oh. Our default volume. Yeah, default volume. Going float. I think it's a float. I don't know. On ready, we'll say default volume equals volume dB. If it's paused, volume dB equals default volume minus 10. Else volume dB equals default volume. Hey, what's up?
I keep trying to get all day. But you were always in here with the door closed.
Okay. Oh, jeez. How long have I been doing this? Wow, almost 5 hours. I went way over. Okay, so let's go back to Game Manager. We've got the reset. We've got the reload. We still have to build the reset. Game over screen, we've got that. We've got to play again, so game over screen is done. I will probably add in the title screen just because at this point, why not? Yeah, so game over. Let's just build the reset, and we will be done this. So let's go back here. Game Manager. Let me see here. Game Manager. It's always here. Pause power equals this. Copy game over. Unparent player says player. So let's add in a function here. Function called reset game. Void. Pause power equals 100. So we set the pause power back to normal. We do player.hp equals 100. Is that where we give the player? Player. Yeah. HP. Okay. And then we gotta reset the score. That was under Game Manager as well. Pause power player score. And score equals 0, 0. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to change this. Oops. Okay, so we got that. We've replaced the physics. We don't need the shoot, but we do want this. Okay. We don't want this to extend enemy anymore. So instead this would just be an extends character body 2D. Okay. And so if I go back to the Abyss Guardian, he's still 5,500. Okay. So just make sure we didn't break him by doing this. Okay. Oh yeah. Because we're not actually calling the reset. Game over, restart game. Oops. Game manager reset game. Okay. Okay, so that's working. Okay. What was I just doing? I've totally forgotten what I'm doing now. Okay. Over here. Game manager. We've got reset game. Game manager is done. Okay. We've got music. We've got all this Now all we need, let's add a title screen. We're probably gonna, we're not gonna add high scores. That's just not gonna happen. Generate splash screen, and okay. So let's go back over here. Let's create our splash screen. Project settings, scene, new scene. You know what? Why don't we just scene, save scene as, let's just call it title screen. Okay. Then we want, I think I have output here somewhere. Output. Excuse me. Oh wait, it was created. Created assets. Here we go. Output. Okay, bring that back over here. Let's get rid of. Let's see here. 2D. We're going to get. We got the label, HBox container. We're going to keep the button. I don't care about the rest of the stuff. Let's detach the script. We're going to call this title screen control. We got a texture rec. Let's get rid of the texture rec. No, let's leave the texture rec. Let's bring in my output. Texture, here we go. Let's do this. Texture, text, image texture. It's not an image texture. What the heck is it then? Atlas texture. We'll do Atlas texture. So that, at least I know. Okay. Margin, clip contents. Title screen, 2D, control, texture rec, HBox, VBox, get rid of that label, delete that. Actually, let's go back to texture rec here. Let's do fit width, fit height. There we go. And then we can just bring it down. Where's that transform? Layout. put that down there. Okay. Okay. Anchor bottom. Button. I want to do. No, I want to make a solid background. Seems like it'd be a theme override. Icon, font. I don't want font. Normal. Box flat. There we go. Okay. Start the game. There we go. Oh, because it's doing. Game manager. Oh, stop. I want to do just the scene. Okay. Button. Start game. Button pressed. Paste. So now if I do this, it should just... God damn it. Wrong button. Try this again. No, I don't want it to go translucent. I'm going to get rid of the border. I don't like the borders. Get rid of the border. No, I want to do that too. I want to keep the red. Okay, I want it to be copy this, hovered, paste. And then on hovered, I want the background to be there we go. Why does he keep adding the border? I don't want a border. I don't want a highlight. Screw it. Okay, so let's go here. Let's just move this button HBox container up. Okay. Okay. So then we will add a script. Built in is fine. We want the button. Button.pressed. .connect. Start game. Okay. So then down here, functions start game. Void, boom, which is pass right now. Oops, start game. Let's bring back up our game over screen. Copy this. We'll go to back to here. We'll do this. Oops. I guess we won't call that right at the beginning of title screen. set as parent. So I need to create the player on Game Manager. So I'm ready. Add player instance. What does player instance do? Player is player. Add child player. Okay, so we can leave this. This should be fine. And then we can leave this. So if I stop this and we start the scene. Oops. So this is fine. If we go to title screen, it's going to try to add the player, isn't it? What is going on? Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, because the spawning, so if we go back over here to the spawner, monster spawner, let's add in a variable playing equals playing the bool equals false. Okay. Let's do spawned. Spawned. Okay. Where's spawned? Okay. So when we go into game, we start this, game manager set as parent, game manager dot player dot spawned equals true. Free level is false. Oops. I don't want to do that there. I want to do it in the player died. Fruit take damage. Died emit. Player spawned. Spawned equals false. Okay. Spawn monster. If game manager dot, we'll just do player dot spawned. Fat fingered something. There we go. If player dot spawned okay, so now we shouldn't generate any bad guys unless we're spawned. And then when we die, so we go back to game manager, game over. Here we can do game manager dot player dot spawned equals false. Okay. Oops. Okay, now if we just sit in the title screen, Nothing should be happening. No ows, no nothing going on there. Perfect. And then if we do okay, input, player, input, process. If not spawned, return. There we go. That should stop that. Okay, let's go back here. Let's do just a quick little bit of trimming. Monster spawner, let's do it every 2 seconds. Okay, so we'll save that. We will do, let's go back to our guardians. Let's make it so he can float over everything. Save that. Imps, we'll make them stick to the thing. Fireballs, range 300. That should be fun. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's do title screen. Okay, we got that. We got that. That's all done. Finally. I feel like there's something else I need to do, but I'm really wondering though. Maybe I want to. Camera, zoom level. Oh, there's a zoom level. I'm just curious. Does that affect my title screen, I wonder? Probably not. No. Okay. So if I change this, let's go to project settings. Okay. Window. 640 by 360. Project settings, application, whoops, config, game. Let's put this to the title screen. Close, play. Oh, I didn't reset the camera. go back to the other settings. .320 by 180. That's fine. Close. Debugger. Delta's never used. What's this in? Yeah, I'll just delete this out. Okay. Delta's never used. Yeah, I don't think I ever used these. Yeah, I never used those. Okay. Delta. Okay, let's see here. What do we have for a game? Okay, let's fix the player clock. Font size, styles, fonts. Quick load. That. Okay, need to make that a different size. Oh, I never. Okay, that's a good point. Player default position. So, where I go player. Yeah, whatever. You know what? That's fine. Game 2D. Zoom out. Okay, let's just finish drawing out my lava. Terrain, lava pools. Yeah. do that. Jeez. I'm gonna shut that off for a second. I just want to run around the stage. Okay, good enough. Save it. Save. We're going to call this done. Okay, let's commit this. Commit it. Ugh, God. What's our timer up to? Oh my god, 5.5 hours. Done. Okay, 5.5 hours. Okay, we're going to call this. Let's bring this over here. Save this. 5 hours, 30 minutes. Atch. Okay. Okay. Project. We got everything here. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but who cares? Export. I have to add in the web. Oh yeah, we got to do the thing. Download and install. Okay. Oof. Well, I'm glad no one stayed up to watch this one. Okay. 3-hour game jam. It took me 5.5 hours. Okay, so next time we got to rein in that scope. I spent a lot of time on the tile map, a lot of time on animation and stuff like that. So I got to rein that in for next time. So we'll do another one of these 3 hours. Let's spend a little bit more time on gathering and pre-planning, and definitely less worried about not copying code and start copying code over. I think that's going to be a lot better for us. So I think going forward, that is what we're going to do. So, okay. I'm going to export this. I'm going to load it up to my itch.io page. And we'll have a link in the video description, or I'll probably do a compilation later of all the different parts of this build in the 5.5 hours. Cut it down to like 2.5 minutes, and then upload that to my YouTube channel. So that will be there. So I think with that, we're gonna say we're all done recording. So have a good evening. Catch you later.